Did you pray today? Did you pray today? Cause if you didn't, I'ma have to. Jesus Christ. What I did yesterday, say I was gonna. Cause if you didn't, I'ma have to. Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna make a marble obstacle course. Who needs intros? Uh, I'll start by showing my sketch, which you probably saw in the thumbnail. You know, it's nothing too big. It's nothing too complicated. It's just It's just like my previous marble obstacle course, just a little bit you know, different. Uh, is there a hand in paint so I can? No, just a zoom. What paint sucks. What the hell is this? So it's basic. We have a chute here. The balls go down. We have like a little fan. Either it spins like this or it spins like this. Just throws the balls around. I'm probably gonna like do it like a hamster tube. The entire obstacle course. That seems interesting to me. Just a hamster tube. And uh less balls that fall off the stage. There'll still be balls that fall off the stage, but not as much. Uh, to have as many balls in the obstacle course as possible, because if they fall off the stage, then they still exist, but they're not a part of the obstacle course, so it's just like unnecessary lag. So I want to get every bang for my buck with each of these balls. Second of all is a little scoop. The balls are going to go down here. They're going to get scooped. Either they fall back down or they go to the other side. Then we have like a little ramp here. The balls will come over here, get shot up with the piston, and then fall down onto, well, you can't see it, to a little chute here. Alright? You didn't see that, right? Then they go down. This is a little complicated to explain what I have in mind, but I really like this idea. Tiny pillars that go up and down. So either they block the balls or they fall down and then into the abyss. I mean, I still gotta have balls that go into the abyss. Can't have everybody be a winner. Uh, have one of those spinny thingies. Alright, let's see if I can't find like a. I don't know what to call it. Like one of these. Imagine this, with like walls and stuff. What the hell? This, but with walls. I know that exists in real life too. I love these things. Where is a good example? Well, I don't think my idea is too complicated. I mean, if you can see it, just this, but with walls around it, and then like one of these, there isn't walls, so it just goes through, like a centrifuge. I should probably also explain what a centrifuge is to the two people. Centrifuge is also a spinny thingy, but for science. I'm probably gonna get something else here too. I am also gonna get two more things here. And we have this one. I call this. Actually, I don't know what to call this. The balls go down here. They either land on the moving platform going from left to right, or they fall in these individual tubes, becoming a bridge for the marbles before them. So like these tubes fill with marbles, so the marbles can go over them. That's the vision here. And yeah, that's the plan. That's the game plan for the day. All right. Um, I guess I should put this like in the corner somewhere. I'll put this in the top right corner. Let me just copy and paste. Why is it black? Oh, pff, no shit, that's why it's black. Whoops. Yeah, of course it's black if I do something like this. Wait, what? It doesn't fix it. There we go. Okay. Let me full screen this. Like, not like full screen, but like... Alright. So now, above me, if you look above me, you'll see the plan. Alright. I also want to make this obstacle course look pretty, you know, cool. I just so realized my character's controls are also the controls in Blender. So you're gonna see a lot of neutral every time I want to go to the camera. Every time I do the x-axis, I'm worried. Every time I go to the y-axis, I'm cool. And every time I do top-down view, I'm oh shit. So get used to that. Shit, am I upside down? There's only one way to find out. Okay, I was upside down. Okay, let's start with a ball and optimizing it as much as possible. Like this is a D20, I think. Like, yeah, 5, you have 5, 1, 2, 3. Who knows? A D20. This, or this. This should be perfect, but is it gonna be optimized enough? That's the question. I want to get like, last time I got like 100, maybe 300 balls. I want to get 1,000 balls or more this time. So every single vertex matters. So either 100 vertices or 40. How about this? I make 2 balls. We have 2 balls. Alright? This one's gonna perform better, but this one's way more optimized. So, yeah. 4 of these is the same as 1 of these. So, let's test out which one's physics is better. How? I don't know. I'm just gonna do some random shit. Let's just like put in a ramp. I should probably, yeah, let's get the balls. Put the balls over here. Then maybe this is also good exercise to remember how physics works. Was it rigid body or it was probably rigid body. Okay, active, you're rigid body passive. You're rigid body passive. I want you to be a mesh. And a mesh. For this, convex hull is okay because it has no inside. So it should theoretically be okay. I forgot to apply it to this one. But so far it works. Let's see, a convex hull, the form. Maybe I'll make the gravity a little higher. Okay, I think we're gonna do the 3 subdivisions. It's gonna be 4 times the vertices. Wait, let me make this a little longer so you can actually see it happening. Yeah, it's gonna be 4 times the vertices, which means 4 times the lag. But it's just gonna. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. Another important thing. Where is it? Where do you change that? Oh, no, no. Probably in world or yeah, rigid body world settings, and then yeah, the end is because there's no audio, there's no sound or anything. Oh god, because there's no sound or anything, my headphone automatically disconnected. So, hmm. Uh, 1 hour, occasionally interrupted by. Like 1 hour, occasionally interrupted by blank.
Man.
What is this? Please don't irrate me. Oh god, no, no, I am not doing that. Sure. Okay, fine. 1 hour, but is occasionally interrupted by Scooby-Doo. Fine. I'll do that. An hour, but it's occasionally interrupted by Scooby-Doo noises. So this is just a test. How many balls is this? 72? This is 72 balls. Let's see how laggy it is. Alright, we're reaching 24 FPS. That's something. As long as it can, as long as it, you know, works in... Oh, why did you stop at 250? Oh, I forgot to... I was distracted, so I forgot to make it more. Let's just do... Let's just add a 0. I don't want this to be longer than a minute. Wait, 24 times 60 is... it's 360, 700, it's 1,420. I think. Wait, 24 times 60. No, 1,440. Okay. Close. It's been a while since I had to do math, so pardon my French. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. Because these balls are gonna be the most laggy part of the entire thing. Also probably gonna up the gravity so they're a bit faster. Oh wait, of course. Wait, of course they're super slow. They're all 2 meters in diameter. Yeah. Let's make it until they're 2 centimeters. So 0.02. There we go. Then selection to cursor. Boom. Oh, fuck. No, 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 no. I have an idea. So first I set origin to yeah, okay, I have an idea. So I set origin to 3D cursor. Then I set 3D cursor to world origin, and then I do selection to cursor, and now it's in the middle of the world. There. And then to fix what I just did, to fix what I just did, I do origin to geometry, and then everything's fixed. And the only difference is that they are small now. Let's see. Why? Okay. Oh my god. Are they 2 centimeters? Yeah, okay. Ah, that's why. Okay, that explains it. Uh, you probably have a margin, right? Yep. Okay, here's the culprit. Uh, Having no margin is not a good idea. It's important you have a slow margin. So what a margin is, I'll explain in a second. 0.001. So now theoretically, it's fixed. So yeah, as you can see, they're floating. That's the margin. That's just to simplify physics, basically. See, they're technically floating. There's basically an invisible force field. So you have these planes. They are perfectly flat. That is a problem for physics, because if something is too fast or too glitchy, it can easily go through. Now what the margin is it adds a little bit of thickness, invisible thickness. You know, as you can see here, they're floating. So basically, there's two walls, one above and one below. And if it so happens to accidentally go through one of the walls by being too fast or too glitchy, it'll just push it back up. Because if it only had one wall, there would be a high chance that it just pushes it through. So margin is important, especially with stuff like this. Uh, so yeah, let's see. Okay, we're now having like 11 FPS. What if I added some weight? Ah, that makes sense. These marbles are all 1 kilogram. How much is a marble? A marble weight. Probably like 2 grams or something. Oh, that's 4 grams. Alright, so let's try this out. Let's select all the balls and make them all 4 grams. Like the one I just selected. This one. This is 10 grams. So maybe 5 grams is a good idea. So I just do 0.05. And they're all 0.05. Now you might be wondering, uh, how the hell did you update all of them simultaneously? Because if you select everything and change this, and then click on something else, it's still 0.05, except the one I just changed. Well, what you do is you select everything, and while holding Alt, I don't know if you have to hold Alt when you do Enter, or have to hold Alt while changing number specifically, but if you hold Alt, Shift, and then your number, then Enter, all of them are that number now. I'm just gonna Control Z, so that the number's back. So yeah, if you're ever confused why they don't all update, it's because you have to uh, keep holding Alt. Okay, now let's test it out. They're all 5 grams. Huh? Did I accidentally leave it at 10? No. Okay, maybe a fix would just be, this is like 10 degrees, right? Yeah, this is minus 10 degrees. Let's try minus 15 degrees. Maybe this will work better. And now. There, oh fuck. No. There we go. But, wait. Let's see here. The margin is 0.001, 0.001. Why do they stop in this invisible wall? Do they have, I think they have too much friction. surface response. Let's remove some friction. So let's make a collection for all these balls, so it's easier to select them. And how about I just, wait, can I change the friction of the plate? That would just make it faster. Yeah, I can. So what if I just remove all friction? So it's just ice or something? There we go. So instead of 0.5, I'll do like 0.2. And maybe I'll try some bounciness as well. Yeah, some bounciness and some... Okay, friction's still a bit high. Let me put the friction back to what it was, and let's see if the bounciness is what changed it. Nope, it was the friction. So theoretically, if I were to change the bounciness... Nope, nothing happens. Okay. If I do the friction to 1, I'm guessing the balls just don't move. Or move very, very slowly. Oh wait, I forgot to change this one. Keep forgetting that. Yep, they just don't move. Because the friction is so high, it's like it's just a glue trap. Just not moving at all. Especially because they're only 5 grams. So let's try 0.4. No, I do not want a Canadian keyboard, thank you. Yep. Oh, and bounciness low. So now the friction is 0.4 instead of 0.5. Okay. So I'm gonna try to do 0.3. 0.3. I know, 0.3. Boom. Oh, I forgot to put 3. Okay. So 0.3. What about, okay. 0.2 worked, right? 0.2, enter. So yeah, I think it's specifically when you press enter that you have to also hold alt. I'm guessing 0.2. Yep. 0.2 is good. This is 15 degrees. Let's try minus 10 degrees. I have to do the Scooby-Doo noises or else my microphone shuts off. Alright, 10 degrees instead. Okay, okay. I could work with that. Okay, so let's start. Let's make something pretty. I'll keep the balls. I'll write it down. I'll write it down. Make floor, yeah, marble base settings. Balls are 5 grams. Floor must be rich in 0.2. Yeah, okay, that's it. I just gotta remember this. Let me just make it bigger. Can you do that in notes? I don't care. I'll just... There we go. Alright, let's start. Let's start making this. So, in my previous marble video... Hold on a sec. Okay, so in my previous marble video, I did that to celebrate I celebrated 100 hours with Blender with that one, and that was not what I wanted to show. I celebrated 100 hours with that previous marble contraption thingy. And my 200 hours was paying special sauce. 300 hours was making it. I was bored. So this is the previous one. You know, slow. It's okay. 1 minute. I like it. I had a lot of fun making it. That's why I'm doing this again and documenting my process by streaming it. You can watch it on my channel. But basically, we have a flat plank. Just flat plank. I want it to be a hamster tube. That seems cool to me. Just like a transparent hamster tube. That's what I'll do. So let's start by making the hamster tubes. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I should have. M by distance. Okay, I do it like this, and then I select these, and then I, oh, yes, bridge edge loops. So we get that, and then we do the same for this side. Oh, bridge edge loop. Okay, and now we have like a little hamster thing, little hamster tube. So now what I can do is get an array modifier and put this on 1, this on 0. Oh, nope, put this on 1 and this on 0. Okay, and then make this ever so slightly less. Yes, I like that. Also, the teeny tiny little gap is, I think, quite realistic. Or would that... Well, I guess we'll see when it's transparent. But yeah, now I can just, you know, make it as long as I want. Okay, let's start. I do not like texturing. So, I'm just going to be using textures from other people. I don't like using stuff from other people, but when it comes to stuff like texturing, I'm like, oof, I don't want to do that. Alright, so like, let's see here, glass. Like, I'm thinking of something with a hint of green. Like plastic glass. Or would regular glass be? Yeah, we could always try everything out. Also, I want bronze. Bronze for the edges. We got some good bronze. Oh, yeah, something like this. Right, so we'll get this as well. So we have glass. And we have bronze. So I give this bronze. So it's a bronze tube. Nice. Then I select this part. And then I make it glass. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. I make a glass, assign. Boom. There we go. We have a glass tube. Now, let me just make a camera. Let me just do some basic rendering so you can see how it might look like when it's rendered. Cycles 100. Alright, don't forget the sun. Always remember the sun. We love the sun, in Blender specifically. Oh, and I think I might have made a little mistake. Yes. Okay, no big deal. The thing about glass and curves, or reflective surfaces and curves specifically, is, well, you get this very weird pixely stuff, but theoretically I could just... Bevel? Nope. How am I gonna fix this glass? I don't think I can just subdivide. I can just subdivide. So I'll just subdivide once. I'll dissolve this, you know. Dissolve. Maybe it's fixed with more samples. Nope. Absolutely not. And also this is clipping. That's a bit of a problem. Alright, so let's change the array to be a tiny bit more. Like this. So let's subdivide this again. This is not... No, I'm not doing this right. Because... No, because that doesn't matter. Okay. Ah, that's what I did wrong. Okay. Never mind. What am I doing wrong? Why? So the reflection is off with the glass. That's a problem. It's a very distracting problem. I'll search that up real quick. How to... Yeah, worst case scenario, I just make this again.
Hello, I'm CG Ian. This is a quick video to show how to make cylinder more round in Blender. In this tutorial, I will add the cylinder, so go to Add and Mesh. We can find cylinder here and close up the it. If you want to make it round, we can right click and go to Shade Auto Smooth, so we can make cylinder round visually. If you go to Modify Properties, we can find the Smooth by Angle Modifier is added. We can click the small arrow to apply. If you want to go back, you can right click and shade or make more show the geometry here. Go to Generate and choose Subdivision Surface Modifier. Next, but we can see that this is not so. So we can select the cylinder and go to I select the face selection, select the bottom face and press Alt and click on Edge to select Edge loop. Next we can go to face, open the grid fill. We can do the same thing for the bottom. So this
I mean, what he said wasn't complicated, but it was also not what I wanted. Yeah, like I said, I think I should just... Oh shit. Oh shit, this makes it better in many ways. See, that adds more resolution and it... I think I fixed it. Yeah, I think I fixed it. I mean, it's still a little pixely, but no longer... It's no longer like, It's no longer bothering me. It's still pixely, but it's no longer bothering me. And that's what's important. Okay, good. So I wanted to add like one more like little detail. So I'm gonna take this, like this top part, and this bottom part. The side part's gonna be maybe a little difficult to see. Side. Side. Okay. Extrude that. Like this. Okay. Boom. I hope that doesn't. Oh, it does. Whoops. Oh, no big deal. I just select these two, and then then F. No, F. This and this. No, this and this. F. Yes. Select this and this. F. This and this. F. I just realized I'm setting myself up for failure if I don't do this. If I don't do it like this, then I'm just setting myself up for failure. Boom. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. You might be wondering why I'm not using control. That's because my topology is horrible, so I don't have that luxury. Boop. Nice. Now, I click this, 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 this. I click this, 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 and then this. And then I turn this into bronze. And then I look at this. And then, boom. Why is it pixely again? Oh, okay, okay, I see why, I see why. I think I accidentally... Yeah, it's because I did it in edit mode. So now it's pixely again, and then I subdivide twice. Yeah! Look at how good that looks. Look at how amazing that looks. Huh? Teeny tiny bit, but nothing too noticeable. I like it. I'll, I think I'll do it... I think I'll do it like this. Yeah, I think I like it. I like it like this more, yeah. Now let's get a ball for like a size scale. So like a icosphere. 3 subdivisions, I believe. Yes, 3 subdivisions. Shade auto smooth. Fits perfectly in here, like, well, almost perfectly. This is 2 meters. What did I say again? 5 centimeters. Point oh, no. How much was a marble again? Marble size. I'll just do 2 centimeters. Oh, what happened to my ball? 0.02. I'll go into this view. I'm gonna make the glass in the viewport invisible. Uh, Here, display as wire. Yes. So I'll get, what are these icospheres? So tube. What are these spheres? Oh, these are the survivors from the previous experiment. Okay. Wow, I should not word it like that. Okay, marbles. Also, little fun fact about these marbles. I can give them images. I wanted to do that once. I like made an obstacle course, but each marble was someone from One Piece. But I got bored. It's a lot actually. Oh, uh, yeah. Why does that not work? Oh, that's why it doesn't work. Ah, okay. I don't know why the rotation is doing it like that. Huh? Control A, all transform. No. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I just made a small mistake at the smart. I made a small mistake at the start. Nothing too serious. Objects at origin to geometry. Then activate the array modifier. Okay. 0.89. Boom. Okay. And now theoretically, boom! I fixed it. This is gonna, this is all the behind the scenes stuff that I have to work on. If you don't know anything about 3D, I'll probably look like I'm making no progress, but I'm just making sure everything works so that I don't run into issues later, especially when I'm working with physics stuff. It's difficult to fine tune stuff later on, so it's important you get stuff right from the beginning. The ramp was 15 degrees last time. That is too much. I'll do 5 degrees. Okay. Boom. So this is how it looks like. I'm gonna change this viewport thing. Just, yeah. Yep. Look at these. So how big is a marble? I'll call this marble. Let me see. How big are you? Yes. Okay. And then I put you. Okay. And then I'll make you smaller by a lot. Bit too small. I'll do this. I'll make it a bit bigger. Also, I'll do local as well. So it's like also wider and then like a little bit longer. I like this. Alright, so I do Control A, all transforms, and object set origin to geometry. E Whoops, I accidentally Control A, all transforms, objects, origin to geometry. There we go. So now let's test out how the physics works. If the physics works, more specifically. Let's go. Here we go. Bup. Physics. Rigid body active. I want you to be 0.05. That's 5 grams. Convex hull is good, because you only need the outside. For this one, I need the mesh, because if I do convex hull, it's just gonna explode. So then friction point 2. Convex hull is just the outside, but because it's the inside of the tube, I gotta do mesh, which just makes it use more processing, but it's more accurate. So let's see a little test of faith. I forgot to make this one passive. Don't laugh at me. Alright, so let's see here if it works. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The margin is, this is a cool effect, though. It's a really cool effect, though. But no, the margin. Whoops. So I'll just add another 0. Let's see if right now. Yeah, I see that's good. So it's very slowly going. I think I'll do it 10 degrees instead. Maybe 10 degrees. Like 15 degrees was a bit much. 10 degrees. Let's see here. Oh. Oh, wait. Okay. I see the problem. Okay. So I'm gonna have to determine the length of the obstacle course first, because it's an array modifier, all these tubes don't exist. So what happens is it goes through the second tube because it doesn't exist. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a duplicate. I'm gonna call this tube backup, and I'm gonna make it invisible. And this one, I'm just gonna, how long do I want it? If I look at my paint document, how long do I want it? So if I were to move it like this, okay, perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make it, I don't know, how long is it now? 12? I'll make it 60. Boom. It is 60 long. That's a bit much. I'll go for 48. 36. Yep. Okay. Then I apply it. I applied it now. So now all these actually exist and are not just ghosts. So now if we get a ball, where'd I put my ball? Where's my ball? Oh, you're in the middle. So now it should work perfectly. And just so you get an idea, because it's probably really hard to see the marble. I'll just make the marble glow real quick. I'm not gonna do this in the final product because it would take an eternity to render. But I'm just gonna get an emission modifier, make it blue. No, yeah, it's something complementary, and then make it shine, so you can actually see it in action. As you can see, it's actually going to the end. Boom! That's the majority of the physics is done. Alright, now it's just, as some would say, the fun part. The obstacles. So what I'm going to be doing is, on certain sections, I'm just going to be deleting a few pipes. A very easy way to do this is, this is technically one object. And yes, hello Mr-primepeng fan. I know who you are. So, basically, this is one object, but you can still select these individual tubes, because they're basically sub-objects. So, if you press A, you select everything. So how do you select each individual sub-object is you hold your mouse over it and you press L. You press L to have these sub-objects, basically. The thing about it is, you don't have to press Shift L to select multiple, you just press L, which can sometimes be a little confusing. So what I do is I first click on my object and then press L, because if I have something selected and I'm like, oh, I want to select this one, and I press L, and it's like, uh-oh, I accidentally selected both. So I just first click my object and then I press L, and then I have my object. Alright? Stay with me. So our first obstacle was going to be a fan. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a glass container that is even bigger. So I think I'm gonna select these two, and then I'm gonna separate it by selection. So as you can see, this is a separate object. So what I'm gonna do is obstacle on fan. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be selecting the top. How am I going to do this? I did not make it easier for myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be selecting this. I'm going to be rotating it to objects with origin to geometry. I'm going to be rotating it back to normal to make it easier for myself, and then I'm going to select the top half. I'm going to select, that's the top half, the entire top half, and then I extrude upwards. So I get this. I'm going to stop just doing that. So now I have like a little container. I think you could see the vision. So now I have like a little container. I'll just make this taller. Make it like this. And I'm gonna take this part. Wait. I'll separate these two ends. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate by selection. There. It's not the biggest problem if it clips, you know? Okay. So then I'm gonna get a fan. I'm gonna make it a copper fan. So I'm gonna be yes. And then I'm gonna put the 3D cursor in the middle of this. So then now I can get a cylinder. That's way too big, naturally. And then this is basically like the pivot point. This is where the fan is gonna start spinning. So I just have to select this, and then the fan will start spinning. How will I make the fan? I will just make the fan by how will I make the fan? How will I make the fan look like? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select one of the cylinders. Oh. I'm gonna select one of the cylinders. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this around. I'm gonna select checker deselect. Checker deselect. And I'm gonna make deselected a little more. I think I did this, yes, correctly. Um, but I'm gonna change it a little bit. So this is 32 faces. Let's do some math here. So checker deselect. So this is 4. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, this should be 4 in total. Okay, good. And then I just have to make this part smaller. There's no way a marble's fitting through those cracks. I don't think a marble can go through there. Okay. I'll make this bronze as well. I'll make everything bronze. I like it. Let's make it steampunk. First, convert all the transforms to be like, oh yay, yippee, this is okay. And then I do bronze. And then it's not good. What if I... Yes, subsurface. I also subsurface this. But not before simplify subsurfacing. And then... Alright. Okay, let's make this bronze. It's alright. Then make this bronze, which is very, very stretched out. Hmm. How does it look like in rendered view? Oof. Oof, that is atrocious. Oof, that is just not good. Why the hell is... Why is the origin there? Set origin to geometry. Uh-huh. Nice. So now how am I gonna fix this fan? That's the question. uh, so now how do I make this fan look like it was made by somebody who isn't doing this for the first time ever? Because I'm technically doing this for the second time ever. Hmm. Let's see here. So let's first fix this part then. While I think about how I'm gonna fix the fan texture. Or maybe... Okay, I have an idea to fix fan texture, but I'm first gonna fix this. So, I'm gonna take this. Yes. There's gonna be like, oh no, they can get yeeted over here, or fall down here. And there's gonna be a lot of people falling down here. So, what I'm gonna be doing... is cutting both of these in half. And then filling it. Boom. Subdivision surface. And then bevel. Nope. What is this? Ah, it's because it's already... Okay. Okay. And now I'm gonna make this glass. I think that'll probably look better. Well, how does it look like it's copper? Well, not bad, but like... If glass doesn't look good, I'll make it copper. Glass looks good. Yeah, I'll just do glass. And now the same thing here. So I just make the top part, make sure that they can't fall off. Uh-huh. F. For this one, it's not that important that it's perfectly, because they're not going to be touching the top part that much. But yeah, so now I'm going to select this and make it glass. Oh, I'm going to make this glass. Okay, nice. Does this have physics already? Yes, it does, but the fan does not. So I'm going to make the fan also have physics. Oh yeah. The important thing about things like this, the moving objects, is do not forget to press rigid body animated, or else it doesn't move. and it doesn't interact with the balls. Because if you just didn't do it animated, it would constantly think it would be in this state. Like if you're moving the fan, it would think it's in this state constantly. But if you press animate it, it says, okay, every frame update its hitbox to see what position the fan is in, to see where the balls can be pushed towards. Uh, this is another one of those settings that is automatically off to reduce lag. Like for this, I'm not going to move these tubes, so it's not going to be animated. Also, really quickly, just for insurance, I'm going to separate this. So that way, if I accidentally move this, I'll immediately realize. So yeah, so let's parent this to this. Object keep to insurance. This, I'm going to make it... Is it this? No. It's probably obstacle 1. No. What is this? Okay. So now I can move this. Oh. Object set origin to geometry. Ba 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 ba. Okay, I just have to move the x-axis now. So, I put in a keyframe. Go to the last frame. Also put a keyframe. I'm gonna make it, I don't know, 10,000 degrees. So that's like 10 degrees per second. I don't know if that's fast. We're about to see, but before we see, this is inaccurate. Because the little thing about animation is it automatically does ease in and ease out interpolation, which for a mechanical object such as a fan, unless you're turning it off and on, is not going to look good. Because I want this fan to be continuously on, I'm going to have to go into the craft editor, select everything, interpolation, linear, so that it's a perfectly straight line. Because if I didn't do this, now it's not a straight line. As you can see, it is a ramp, slowly getting more and more. It's difficult to see with this high of a degree, but it's a ramp. So if I were to play this now, you would see that the fan is going really slow and then slowly going faster and faster. We do not want that. So as you can see here, it is going very slow and then slowly going faster and faster, and then goes super fast and then slowly goes slower and slower. We don't want that. We want it to go linearly, keep being the same. So I select everything, interpolation, linear. So now if we do it, now check it out, it should be the same speed constantly, as you can see. Let me make the glass material invisible, if I can do that. I guess I can live with being in this view, because if I do it like this, it's a lot less lag, but I can't look through it. And I don't know if it even exists, but Shouldn't there be a setting to specifically make glass invisible? I have an idea. So this is my glass texture, and I'm just gonna do alpha to cert. No. Can I even do that? Can I just make it non-existent? No? Okay. I guess I can live with doing it like this. Okay, a little bit of lag won't kill me. I will turn simplify and a bunch of other optimization settings on. Yeah, always remember to make the exposure a little bit less when using a sun modifier in cycles because the sun is automatically too bright. So you always have to make the exposure a little bit less. Okay, simplify. And then light paths, fast GI approximation, viewport and render. I make viewport bounces 2, render bounces 3. So it should already be a lot more optimized. Okay. So let's see here how our ball does. Alright. Okay, let's see how our ball does. So it goes through. Oh! Did I forget to give this hitbox? Oh yeah, I made it. So I can't move it. U. Physics. Ah, okay. No big deal. Okay, yeah, no big deal. Okay, so what I do is I just make this spin instead. Okay. It's because you cannot make a rigid body a parent of another rigid body. I guess that makes sense. In professional workflows, you have to use different simulation methods to simulate physics. Rigid bodies is normally just basic physics. You know, you saw me do it in 2 buttons. Oh wait, I haven't been looking. My my boy is was blocking it. I have setting. Oh, I have importance. Oh my god, I've been. My boy has been blocking it this entire time. Are you kidding me? I didn't realize that my goober was blocking that. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. You know what? I'll fix that in the next stream, but for now, I'll just ignore it. I'm sorry that you can't follow along to my settings. I just realized I haven't been looking at my other screen. Alright. Yeah, I forgot. So, I was gonna fix this. So what I do is I Alt P to clear parent. So Control P is to add a parent. Alt P is to get rid of a parent. I'll keep this. Yeah, I'll keep it just for effect. So you move the x-axis 1000 degrees. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to move the x-axis 1000 degrees. Oh wait, was it 10,000 or 1000? It was 10,000, okay. And then once again we go to the interpolation in the graph editors, interpolation into linear. So now, oh wait, I also have to, yeah, it is animated. This is technically not animated, so I'm gonna do that, because if this spins, it doesn't really move. So I don't have to click animator. It's just, you know, a teeny tiny bit of optimization, but every vertice of optimization is important. So now, It still doesn't work. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, this is convex hull instead of mesh. Alright, maybe that's the problem. Oh, why did you move? Why are you active? Lol. Okay. Uh, I think I put the marges too. Yeah, the marges too high. When in doubt, the marges are too high. Same thing with here. Oh, this one's not animated, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Does it though? Ah, it's because it's convex hull. Okay, okay, that makes sense. So now, boom. Eh? Eh? Can't say I'm not smart. I'm gonna make this 5 degrees though, so that like, even if you do get blocked, you can still go to the next area. Boom. 5 degrees. So I first have to see. It's gonna be difficult to check. Oh, no, in edit mode it isn't. Yeah, see, because it's glass, it's hard to see, but this is blocking, which is a problem. Okay, so now it's 5 degrees, and then oh wait, I also have to fix this part. Why is it so slow? That's what I thought. There we go. Okay. So now the first obstacle should work. So the ball gets blocked. Boom! See? First obstacle works. I guess I'll start doing my tests with like 50 balls. I'll get rid of the emission modifier, because that's just gonna lag. And instead I'll just add... I'll get rid of the emission. So it's just a ball. I'll make it a bright color, a complementary color, so you can actually see it. I'll add, I want to say 20 balls. Boom. Then duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. So now there are 20 balls. Perfect. Nice. I see that there's only one of these long enough to throw them. I think that adds to it. I think that's pretty cool. Like three of the fan blades are oh. Oh, that's why it's oh, that's why it's that explains why it's ah. Can I fix it like this? Oh yeah, I fixed it. Yep. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh. I like to spam the save button and I accidentally pressed the quit button as well. And this is how you have 10 hours of fun. The first obstacle has been completed. 20 balls. So what I'm gonna do is once again, I'm gonna be selecting one of these. So I duplicated it and then I separated it. And now I'm going to do it a little further. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna use how am I gonna do this? I know. I know how I'm gonna do this. Oh I keep forgetting that my guy makes funny faces when I press certain buttons. Yes. Okay, so you just press control. So I'll just subdivide it. Then subdivide it again. I'll get rid of these. I'll dissolve faces. Yep. Dissolve faces. Oh no. Dissolve faces. Remember, every little bit of optimization always matters. Now let's make a chute. Let's start with making a chute. So I'm gonna make the 3D cursor over there so I can spawn it easier. Cylinder. I haven't heard Scooby-Doo in a while. What's he up to? I think I got rid of Scooby-Doo. That's a problem. 1 hour occasionally interrupted by... What would be funny? I need one of these videos or else. I think it's good. You'll see what it is. Devious smile. So yes, I'm going to be making a chute. Really not that hard. Done. Practically done. Jesus. Wait, shit, that's copyrighted. I put the song Tequila up. I don't know. There, I put 3 of them in. I'm totally not gonna regret that. There we go. We have a chute. There, and then I put a subdivision surface. So it's very pretty. And very smooth. I'll also use some silver. Why don't I also use some silver? I want to use some silver as well. Not just bronze. But not, yeah, like this, I want to say shitty old silver. Funny how when you're talking about art, shitty can mean a good thing. Oh, that is bad, and not bad is bad. Let's see if I can't manually fix it with my oh so expert. Oh shit, I fixed it. Uh, oh, there you go. I fixed it. It's not that shiny for silver. I want something else. Ooh, hammered silver. Alright, I'll try that out. What's wrong with you? There we go. You're too shiny. Like the inside is very white and the outside is very not white. Where's the sun coming from even? Also, I forgot. I need to make it even less exposure. Yes. Uh, I guess this isn't the biggest problem. It's not like I'm gonna be looking above it. Yeah, it's probably gonna be mostly shots below it. So, alright, let's get all the marbles. Why don't you want to move? Hmm. Oh, pff, no shit. You're physics objects. Of course you don't want to move. I'm in the middle of a physics simulation. There we go. I go to 0, and now I collect all the marbles, and now I can actually move them. Okay. Speaking of which, I'm only gonna get one marble. And delete the rest. Why? Why not? And now, eyes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this for a little bit. Okay, so now I have ball. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. What the? And I'll delete some. Okay. So now I forgot. I swear this happens every time I do physics. It's always funny. This is what I was talking about yesterday. That it is just so funny when stuff like that happens. Oh, I love it. Okay, I fixed it. Wait, what? Hmm. What did I do? Oh, did I forget to put physics on the balls? No. Huh. Oh, it's okay, I see. Okay. So now I apply and apply. So now it should be fixed. Hmm. Hmm. Rigid body passive. Why does it go through? Hmm. It has to be something with the balls, doesn't it? Huh. Hmm. There's no difference. Zero, one. Hmm. Why does it go through? Yeah, why does it go through? I genuinely don't know why. Hmm. My margin is okay. The shape is a mesh. The source. Let's try this. Source final. Okay, source base. Source. The form was what it was. Hmm. Act. But like, they're interacting with the tubes. As you can see, they're interacting with the tubes, but they're not interacting with the chute. Uh. Why does it go through? And also, so it does interact with it. Because as you can see here, before even touching anything, they move. So, I guess my theory. Hmm. Mesh. Hmm. I'm guessing that it's not thick enough. Hmm. What if I make it just super thick? Hmm. But this is a cylinder like the tube, so I don't see. What if I made a convex hull? Yeah, it just does have no interaction at all. Except these two. But they're identical. Oh, shit. Huh? Wait, what? Let's make the hole bigger then. That fixed it? Uh, if it works, that's what matters. And it doesn't. Huh? Huh? Fuck. Hmm. We're getting closer, I guess. What if I just made an entirely...
I am Steve.
What could I have possibly done wrong? You know what? Let's just try. Let's just get rid of this thing. Make a new cylinder. See if that works. This is just incredibly basic. Then I do a rigid body, passive, mesh. That should be it. And what if I add a solidify modifier? I have an idea. I have an idea. I can fix this. So I take this, L, I duplicate it, and then I separate it, and then you consultate it, and then initiate it. So I'm just gonna use this. Why am I in orthographic view? So, but this works, right? Yes. So now what I do is get a simple deform. As you can...
I
Oh my god.
am Steve.
Scares the shit out of me every time. I'm gonna do this with a lattice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do cursor to selected. I'm gonna get a lattice. What you do is you put the lattice all around the object. So I'm gonna have to make a bunch of faces. Get a lattice all around the object, like perfectly around the object. Then what you do is you select your object and give it a lattice modifier. Boom. Then you just deform your lattice to your heart's content. And boom. This is as much as I can do. So now let's see. I think it worked. I think I just have to apply the lattice. Yep. Yep, it works. So I just take both of these, I make it a bit bigger. Let's do this again. See? It works. Nice. It works. I'm gonna make both of these a little bigger again. But it works. I'll keep it copper then. No. To make this prettier, I'm just gonna fill with quads. I don't know how to do that. How do I do a quad fill? Grid fill. No. Whatever. Let's just make this glass. There we go. Boom, basically.
I
Oh god.
am Steve.
Thank you, Steve. You're an appreciated member of society. Select objects. So destroy the ones near the edges. Select objects. God, I don't know how many hundreds of balls are in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a basic physics test. What time is it? It's 9 p.m. Okay. So I'm gonna do a basic physics test to see how it works. It's gonna be very laggy. How about this? Let me just I'm gonna do it the fast way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the ends 400 frames. I doubt it's gonna take that long. I'm gonna bake it. You know, put it in the oven basically. Oof, this is gonna take a while. How many balls do I have? Wait, stop. Could you stop baking? Can I stop? Wait, let me Alt F4. Save. Save. Come on. At least crash. Let me do Control Alt Delete. Blender. Bad blender. Yes. Okay. Oh shit, we're in. How many balls do we have? I want to use like 200 to test. So we have 600 balls. um, that's a bit much. Let's get rid of them. We are at 300. Okay. 228. Okay, I can live with that. I like yeah, frame stepping. How do I do frame stepping?
Alright guys, how's it going? I hope you're doing it very well. Now a very basic tutorial from myself today, essentially showing you the benefits of frame stepping inside of Blender and how this can be utilised on the render network. Now if you're unaware, frame stepping essentially lets you skip frames in a render sequence, and I highly recommend you do this before rendering out a massive sequence. If you're anything like myself, there's a good chance you've left something disabled in the visibility tab, but you've left it on the render, and you go to render, there's this random cube walking about the scene. We've all been there, we know what it's like. Come to the output properties, you can see here I have a frame start of 1, 250 frames, and I have a step of 1, so this means it will step through every single frame. In Blender, I can actually change this to something like 10, and that'll only render every 10th frame. So in our case, we would get.
Oh shit, that's
25
actually
frames.
really useful, but not what I'm looking for. Yeah, here.
Blender isn't always able to play your animation in the full frame rate. You can see this if this FPS number is displayed in red. If you still want to see the animation in correct pacing, you can go to the playback options and change the sync mode from play every frame to frame dropping. Now,
Yes, that's what I wanted. Yes, now I can just... Okay. Oh, but that just breaks the physics. If I don't do it correct, it just breaks the physics. Damn. Okay. Because it doesn't have time to calculate the physics, so it just breaks it. I'll half it and give it to the next person. Again. Just boop. Now we're with like 70 balls, I believe. 76 balls. Alright, let's try this out. So we have from 1 FPS to 8 FPS. I think 76 balls is a good way to show what's gonna happen. Nice! That's the first obstacle done.
I'm Steve.
Theoretically, every single ball should be able to, yeah, go through it at their own pace. Why did he take a while? Oh, because they're stuck here. Especially that one, for some reason. How the hell are you stuck? But yeah, it works. Yep. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna make a texture. I know, me making a texture, and I'm gonna make it so that every single ball is automatically its own color. I did that with the other marble race too. I basically just made a single texture for all the balls and then randomized the colors. But yeah, I think it's a good start. I mean, if we look at how it looks like rendered, I think it looks pretty good. You can see it's bronze, it's glass. Let's go to a frame that I can see all the balls in action. This is probably a good frame. Then I render it. But maybe I should do that from like a little more an up perspective, like here. There, and I'll render it. I think it looks really good. It looks very pretty, you know. Very happy with this. It's a good start, you know. I've only been doing this for like an hour and a half. Making this marble race. I think it's pretty good, you know. The physics works. I got the shoot working. I got the first obstacle. It looks pretty good. I like it. I like it. 8 FPS is 8 FPS is pretty good for a physics simulation. 70 is a good amount of balls to test out with. I mean, I might lower it a little bit for that extra FPS. But yeah, if we check out here, we completed this part and this part. So we just have to do this part, and the first part is done. Okay. Nice. I'm happy with this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here for today. So what, how long has it been? Let me check. How long has it been? How long I be streaming for? Oh shit, 2 hours? Damn, thought I've only been doing this for an hour and a half. Alright, but yeah, now you see why I have so much fun doing all this. It's just one big puzzle, and this was so fun, genuinely. I just realized something. I need to test something out. See, and that's how I spend another 7 hours doing this. Because I'm like, wait a second, I have an idea.
I am Steve.
So I learned this very recently from a buddy of mine. So let's see if I can't use this in the marble race to make things a lot easier. So what I do is I get a Bezier curve just as an experiment. I'll just, I don't know, I'll do a weird shape. Then what I'm gonna do is Shift S, cursor to select it to cursor, select it to cursor. Then I'm gonna give you the curve modifier. Curve modifier, Bezier curve. Hmm. How do I do this again? Or is it a path? It was a curve. What do I mean, Why I was like, I should animate it. Yep. Isn't that just cool? Look at this. Look how cool this is. You can't tell me this isn't super duper cool. This is all. I'm gonna do this real quick. You can't tell me this isn't super duper cool. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of this. Shift S, cursor to selected. Oh no, object set origin to geometry, cursor to selected, and then select it to cursor. Oh no, I keep fucking with the origins. Select it to cursor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a single vertex, a single vert. Uh-huh. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just make it go perfectly straight. I'm going to subdivide it 3 times. I'm going to checker deselect. Boom. Then I'm going to Control Shift B, because it's vertices, to bevel. Make it even wider. I'm gonna make this straight. I'm going to convert this to a curve. Not before Control Shift being here. Then I'm going to put the curve modifier. Wait, no. First I have to convert this to a curve, because now it's an object. Convert to a curve. Then I'm gonna make this go to the vert. Then what I'm gonna do is do Shift S, selection cursor to selected. Click on this, selection to cursor. Okay, the angles are a bit too sharp, but other than that, it's no big deal. But yeah, pipe bomb. Okay, let's click on this. Where's the curve? This vert.
I am Steve.
There. You can't tell me this isn't super cool, the fact that I know how to do this. Boom. And now for the final touch is to get the curve modifier, make it go 10 degrees down. Also make this go a little bit down. Oh, shit. I think I know what I did wrong. Selection. Cursor to selected, selected to cursor. Shit. Object set origin to geometry. Cursor to selected, selected to cursor. Set origin to geometry. No, what I do, what I do, what I do. Huh. Okay, I don't know. Probably, I don't know if this will work. Well, I know this will work, but I don't know if this will work without applying it first. So
I
leveled up on Fortnite.
what? Okay. Ah, okay, here. Okay, yeah, so theoretically that should work, right? So we have balls. 8 FPS, good. 8 FPS is pretty good. They go down. Come on. Come on. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. I'm gonna make the friction here less than what it normally is. But it works. It works. So let's try this again. I made the friction less, so it should go a lot more smoothly. See how the balls are coming. Uh-huh. And the balls go. They have less friction, so they should be going faster. I just had an idea and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But it's working. Maybe I should make it 15 degrees instead, because this alone takes like 7 seconds. So now it's another 5 degrees downer. So let's see. I see, it's good, but I see maybe that's normal? Yeah, it is normal, because what's happening here is they're going fast, and they're bumping against this, and then they get shot up. Okay, so it's not a big deal. Still just as much time, but it's going a lot faster and more smoothly. So yeah, instead of 7 seconds, about 6 seconds or something. Okay, so what have we learned? A lot. I have learned a lot. Damn. Uh, I know that I don't have to apply the modifiers as long as I make the source final instead of the form. That's very big. That's very good for optimization. I don't know why the shoot didn't work, but I fixed it, so I guess that's good. It's been how long now? Okay, now it's been 2 hours. Okay, I think this is a good time to leave it off. You know what? If you're someone who's stuck around to the end, which no one's watching this live. If you're watching the replay, I'll reward you. Okay, I'll reward you with one of the new faces. My goblin last stream had 6 faces, now he has 10. I'll give you 2 of them because you stuck around to the end, alright? It looks like I'm eating spaghetti or something. Doesn't it look like I'm eating spaghetti or something? Check this out. Doesn't it look like I'm eating spaghetti? I think so. Also, I think that I do know what I'm talking about when playing in the blender. Ho ho ho. Goodbye. And remember, drink some water. Now.